Let's talk about Pokemon. It's the highest grossing media franchise in history. It's got dozens of years of research and development, worlds full of lore. But there's one thing that the Pokemon universe has kind of avoided talking about. What do people eat? I mean, surely it can't be all bowls of weird brown mush and jelly donuts. I mean, come on. If you expect me to believe no one's ever fried up a Tauros steak before, then you're a liar. No, I won't. Now, the show's actually touched upon this a little bit, but not enough. So I will. I'm gonna filter through all 809 Pokemon to find the top 20 tastiest Pokemon. Let's go. Okay, first of all the off limits. Number 1, no rock or steel types. I don't care if Graveler has a gooey caramel center that will melt in my mouth. I'm not carrying around a hammer and chisel in my lunchbox. Number 2, no legendaries. Old meat is tough. I know Ho-Oh may have some delicious dark meat drumsticks, but after a couple millennia, that's gonna be real chewy. Also, I don't want to factor in the philosophical implications of eating God. Number 3, no poison types. Flavor cannot be appreciated if one is dead. And that's it, just 3 exemptions. And with that, let's jump into the list. Number 20, Vanillux. Alright, we all saw this one coming. He's an ice cream cone. Of course he's delicious. Get a little bit of vanilla soft serve? Mmm. You're lying if you said you wouldn't eat this sweet boy. Let's move on. Number 19, Tropius. A part of him is just bananas. I mean, come on. You plop one of them off, you got a nice snack and a daily dose of potassium. What's not to love? Number 18, Vespiquen. She's a giant bee that's connected to a giant hive of honey. That's an endless supply of honey. Put that in some tea, put it on some crackers. I don't know, I'm not judging what you eat your honey with. But also, do not eat the bees. I cannot stress this enough. There are far too few bees as it is. Do not eat the bees. Next Pokemon. Number 17, Execute. I mean, he's just a bunch of eggs. Who doesn't love eggs? You know, you got so much variety. You could scramble one, fry one, maybe hard boil one, maybe soft boil one if you're bold. Gotta be careful though, that's pretty tricky. You overcook a little bit and suddenly the yolk's not runny enough and you're ruining my breakfast. Could you stop screwing up my show? Look, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I'm passionate about eggs, okay? Number 16, Cherubi. I mean, he's just a berry. Look at this boy. He's adorable. And he's like a foot long. That's one juicy fruit, if you know what I mean. Number 15, Miltank. Alright, we all knew there was gonna be one steak-based Pokemon. But why Miltank specifically? Why not Tauros or Bouffalante? Every dairy-based add-on you have with your steak, that's also Miltank. You got a pat of butter on top? That's Miltank. You got a creamy bechamel sauce? That's Miltank. You got a glass of milk with your steak? That's Miltank. I ain't judging. Number 14, Greninja. Let me ask you something. You ever had frog legs? Delicious. Let me ask you another something. You ever had frog legs strengthened by years of ninja training? Probably that's good. Whatcha? Number 13, Shroomish. Now this one's for my vegetarians in the audience. Get a nice little bowl of mushroom stew, delicious. Now that does beg the question of whether it's still vegetarian when the vegetable is sentient, but that's not my job, I'm eating them. Number 12, Flaffy. This one would be higher on the list. Who doesn't love a bit of lamb? But I don't personally know how well it works when meat is cooked with electricity. And Flaffy is just meat that's cooked with electricity every second of every day of its entire life. Maybe that'd be good, maybe it'd be bad. It's an interesting flavor experiment. But I can't vouch for anything, so it's low on the list. Number 11, oh, by the way, this one's also a 3-way tie, so it's number 10 and number 9 too. Shelder, Crawdaunt, and Kingler. These 3 I put together because they're all really just the same thing. Of course oysters are delicious. Of course crab is delicious. Of course lobster is delicious. You know what would make them better? Make them 4 feet tall. Look at the size of that claw. I'm gonna need a bigger bowl of melted butter. Number 8, far-fetched. Okay, so a lot of people saw this one coming too, because this one actually has a canon reason for being on the list. For those of you out of the loop, his design is based off of an old proverb. A duck walks along with a leek and makes himself an easy target. Duck pairs very well with leek, so he's basically asking you to make him soup. How would you feel if your entire existence was based around being delicious when cooked? I'd be pretty bummed. Number 7, shellnut. Listen, with a shell that hard, he's gotta have one soft and gooey interior. Make yourself a nice little appetizer platter. Get some scallops, some mussels, a couple oysters, some shell nuts. Bon appetit. Number 6, slowpoke. Alright, I swear this is the last canon one. For those of you who are unfamiliar, slowpoke tail is actually a delicacy within the Johto region. I imagine it's something like octopus, but maybe fattier, so you get that nice, chewy flesh with little deposits of juicy, fatty goodness. I'll be right back. Oh! Number 5. Slurpuff. I mean, look at this guy. Who wouldn't want to eat this guy? Of course he's delicious. He's like a cotton candy cupcake. Next Pokemon. Number 4, Octillery. Now I put Slowpoke on this list because he's like Octopus, and you know what's better than like Octopus? Octopus. Also, a big part of the appeal of Octopus is its tough, chewy flesh. It's very nice to eat. And Octillery's flesh has been toughened by the horrors of war. Number 3. Alright, now, I know I said I wasn't gonna do any legendaries, but guess what? It's my show, I do what I want. Xerneas. He's a deer with the power to give life, which is gonna be some magical venison. Also, Xerneas kind of negates my thing about old meat being tough, because he hibernates in the form of a tree, which is both gonna keep his flesh very tender and add some interesting flavors in the form of chlorophyll, because he only exists as a deer for like a week.
Yeah, but bark is tough.
You're not eating the tree, you're eating the deer.
Yeah, but wouldn't he have, like, muscle memory of being a tree?
Clarification, do not eat him in tree form. Don't just chop down trees hoping that it's gonna be Xerneas. Number 2, Talonflame. Okay, so there's a lot of just fire animal, which all have the same excuse for putting them on this list of, you know, they're constantly slow cooked for their entire life. That's gonna be tender as hell. But Talonflame, I think, has the interesting property of its signature move, Blast Burn. Every time Talonflame hits someone with a Blast Burn, he's tenderizing himself over and over and over and over. That chicken's gonna be melting in your mouth, baby, and maybe melting in the stove. I don't understand the properties of fire-based animals. Next. And number 1, the number 1 tastiest Pokemon, it's Ditto. I'm sorry, alright? I know it's a cop-out answer, but look at him! Of course he's delicious! He's every food ever! He's everything on this list, and then some! You ever had filet mignon? That's Ditto! You ever had a lobster tail? That's Ditto! Look at this bucket of delicious, non-brand affiliated chicken. You can't prove that this is not Ditto. You cannot prove that I did not synthesize real Dittos in the real world as an affront to God and nature, put them in this bucket, and tell them to be pieces of chicken. You can't prove I didn't do that. Ditto's the most delicious Pokemon, alright? I don't know what you want me to do about it. That's not my job. I'm here with the facts. And if you're too much of a coward to accept that, then find another video. It's Ditto! It's Ditto! I'm fine, man. I'm cool. I'm fine. I said I'm fine! It's Ditto. Let's do it one more time. Cool. Hi. Thanks for watching my video. I apologize for any outbursts that may or may not have happened. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. And leave a comment down below telling me what other fictional characters you'd like to see eaten. And feel free to join me next time when we'll talk about which Attack on Titan characters are the tastiest. who's the demographic for this video? Is this a video for Titans? I don't want to make a video for Titans. I don't, no. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do another outburst. That's it, one and done. How did that like?
He has too many in real life.
Subscribe.
I swear to God, Crystal. Subscribe! If you insult me one more time in front of my audience and my gods, I will strike you down with the force of 1,000 suns! And you will know... I'm sorry.